Danny, how long before typically would an appeal process take for a case like this?
It could take years. I mean, most appeals it takes several months to even get a briefing schedule. They have to file their notice of appeal relatively quickly. They get an appeal as of right to the appellate division.
What do you say they have to file it right away on the specifics of what they're challenging, or just that they're going to challenge?
Just a general notice of appeal, and that starts the appellate process. Then it's going to be in the appellate division first department, because that is the intermediate appellate court here that serves this county and close by counties. It goes up to the appellate division, and that takes months, sometimes years. It really depends on the congestion in the court. Arguably, in a case like this, maybe it gets a little closer look, maybe it moves along a little faster, but no, we're months, many months, if not years away from a decision.
But during that time, you would be either serving a sentence or some kind of a sentence.
Yes. General rule is this: if you are serving a very short sentence and you have a major issue on appeal that has a likelihood that you can show is going to result in some overturning of your conviction, then you can suspend not suspend it. You can ask the court to hold it while you appeal. That is not the norm. That's the exception to the rule. But obviously, if it's a sentence of probation, that doesn't happen. If it's a very short sentence and you have those constitutional issues, you can get them to hold off on your sentence. But typically, if it's a lengthy sentence and it doesn't involve any novel issues, then you're going to serve that sentence. Otherwise, everybody would try to prolong their sentence while they were on appeal, and nobody would actually be in prison.
We're watching the Trump motorcade as it presumably heads uptown to Trump Tower moments after, if you're just tuning in, the former president was found guilty. A sweeping verdict from a jury here in Manhattan, 34 counts of falsification of business records, a felony because the jury found it was in pursuit of promoting an election by unlawful means. And those unlawful means, Danny, are likely the fertilest ground for this appeal, because, as we've explained this morning, the jury had to find that there was this unlawful means, but they didn't have to agree on what exactly it was that the former president did wrong. So how do you mount an appeal on that when they were given an assortment of laws that they could have said that there were violations of, but we don't know which ones they relied on? It's not in the court record. It wasn't on the verdict form.
I expect to challenge that the statute is what's called unconstitutionally vague. Now, it's presumed that we all know the law. It's a legal fiction, but the key is the law must prescribe certain conduct. It must say, thou shalt not do something in a way that members of the public can understand, whether or not they've actually read them, because it's presumed that we've all read the law, which obviously we haven't. But it has to be able to tell us with some certainty what is prohibited and what is permitted. And the argument I believe we'll see on appeal is that this statute is unconstitutionally vague because it does not tell us specifically, what does not tell a defendant like Trump or any defendant what exactly was prohibited. And then also, it may create a burden of proof issue, the statute itself. Again, nothing to do with Justice Merchan. But the actual statute as written may create due process issues, burden of proof issues. All of those are fertile grounds for appeal. And then if you go back to the facts, I guess I would put as number 2, maybe elements of testimony of Stormy Daniels, which at the time Justice Merchan himself said raised some concerns. In fact, the real problem was the defense didn't appear to object when Justice Merchan, it seems, thought they should.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.